Yo, what's good? It's Levon. You already know who it is. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm here to drop another gem on y'all today. Today, I want to talk to you guys about manipulative people. Yes, these are people that are out there that exist. Somehow, I had several in my life growing up that I wasn't even aware of. And it took me many years, I would say about 3 years ago is when I really started becoming aware of manipulative tactics that people have, and just being aware that these people were out there. I've grown up just kind of a bit naive and a bit of an optimist as far as other people go. And just people that I encounter, I just always assume that because I have the best intentions and this was just my line of thinking, that everybody else out there must be, genuinely good people at the core, and that's just not the case. And I'm making this video for anybody who was probably in the same situation, in the same boat that I was, who's just unaware, just ignorant or naive to the fact that there's just some shady people out there. So there's a few things that you have to be in mind of when you're dealing with a manipulative person. One thing that they'll do is they'll make your reality, they'll try to make your reality seem like it's not valid. So let me give you guys a little context. I had some manipulative people in my life that I wasn't aware of the dynamic of our relationship until like years down the line, until a couple years ago. And this stuff started coming to light when I was dealing with a female. We were kind of casually dating, and she was very manipulative, and I just didn't see it at all until a lot of the damage was done already. And I wanna try and keep you guys from going into that same kind of situation. So one thing, like I was saying, that stood out to me was we would have arguments, right? If we had an argument or a disagreement and there was something that I knew for a fact was said, or was something that happened that I knew for sure in my head, but then they'd be like, oh no, that's not what happened. No, you don't remember that correctly. And they'll say it with such assurance that it'll make you question, like, oh, maybe I am wrong. And the thing is, if you are a person that often tries to see not just the good in people, but you try to view situations and arguments, and you try to view the circumstances from the other person's perspective, and you're willing to question your own perspective at times, just to try to see things to try to put yourself in their shoes. That could potentially be problematic if you're dealing with someone that's manipulative, because they'll know that about you and they'll be like, oh, no, that's not what happened. I didn't say that. This isn't how things went. And even with the confidence to be like, man, I wish I could have recorded all of our conversations, like, so you could know, and just realizing all this stuff in the hindsight, it just blows my mind. That I was so oblivious to what was going on. But yeah, so that's one thing you need to be aware of, is them trying to make your reality seem invalid. That's one thing to do. Another tactic of a manipulative person is they will try to guilt trip you into doing certain acts for them, or to try to control your mood, or your response to certain situations. Because usually someone that you don't know isn't really going to be trying to use these tactics on you. It's someone that you know relatively, and so they'll know how to get you to respond to certain things, and they'll try to act in a certain way or do certain things to make you feel guilty for, usually it's like standing up for yourself, or being combative with them, or challenging them, for a better term, because they don't want that. They want to be the ones that are in control. They want to have the power and the dynamic of y'all's relationship. So that's one thing you have to be aware of. If you have a relationship with somebody and you feel like you have to walk on eggshells around them, or there's something that needs to be said, that you should say, that you feel is right, but you're like, you feel like you don't want to say that thing because you know how they'll respond, then it's very likely that you're dealing with someone that is a manipulative person. Dang. Another sign that you are dealing with a manipulative person, they will lie their ass off, my guy. Like, just, not even just habitual lying, like just lying for dumb stuff, but anytime that you get them in a corner and you're like, your bells are going off in your head and you're like, wait, but that doesn't make sense. That doesn't line up with, what they said earlier. Something's off here. You could scratch trying to get them to tell the truth. Just knock that off the table. That is not within their capabilities, to be honest. They always have their best interests at heart, and your interests just aren't on that list. So yeah, there were several times when the person I was dealing with, where they just said something that wasn't congruent, or just in my gut, I just felt like, something is not right here. Like, I'm seeing all these subtle cues that are telling me that they're lying, but every time I confront them, it's like, oh no, that's not it. It's something else. And you being the kind of person that you are, if you are a empathic person, empathetic, whatever person, and you're trying to understand, just don't waste your time. And if this is someone that you're in a relationship with and you're seeing signs like this, man, my tolerance for people is like, I got like this much. You know what I'm saying? You get like 1-2 shots, 1-2 strikes, and that's it. Like, I just can't anymore. I've been there, done all that, and it's over with. Now, I don't know what kind of relationship y'all might have, or friendship that you guys might have, but if you are seeing these signs, I'm telling you, cut your losses. It's better to just leave that situation in the dust and move on. Find healthier people, healthier friends to get in contact with, and to cultivate and develop a relationship, because you'll be way happier in the long run. And people are just fleeting, man. It's just take my word on it. Hear the sincerity in my voice, my guy. I've been through it. Just listen. So if you do come in contact, or if you are in contact with one of these people, what is the best thing that you can do to negate these situations, or to escape that relationship? I'd say you have to have boundaries for yourself. You have to have things in place that you are just not willing to tolerate. That's one way. Another thing is you have to be willing to just walk away from people, and that's a lesson that that's one of the most valuable lessons I've learned in my life to this day. Be willing to walk away from people. If you're feeling slighted or disrespected or anything of that nature, just don't give people the time of day if they're not bringing any value to your life or they're making you feel some type of way. That's two things. Another thing that you can do is trust your freaking gut. Like, it'd be so crazy, man. Like, whenever, I'm sure you've been in the situation, you've gotten advice from your friends, and maybe they just feel some type of way about someone that you're hanging out with. If that friend that's giving you that advice is someone that you actually trust and has your best interest at heart, don't just like hear that advice and just throw it under the table. Like, hear them out a bit. I'm not saying just make your decisions solely off what they're saying, but oftentimes when we are the ones in the relationship, we're clouded by emotions and feelings, and I've been involved for this amount of time and all this extra stuff that doesn't really even matter. See the situation for what it is. Don't ignore your instincts and what your gut is telling you. If something feels off internally, then there's a reason that you're feeling that way. And just don't ignore that. Yeah, so those 3, 4, I don't know, I should have counted. Those things will keep manipulative people at bay, and you should be able to, they'll pop up on your radar a lot faster if you put those 4 practices into play. But that was just something that was a valuable. Oh my God, speak right. That was a valuable lesson I've learned, and just in case there's anybody out there who has not yet gone through those things, or you find yourself in that situation, there's my advice. So yeah, if you found this video useful or helpful anyways, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and a comment if this is something that you've dealt with. If you want to put your situation out there, also feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'm on there. I got my little email, wdz94@gmail.com, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns that you would like to send my way, and maybe or video topic ideas. I'm down to do those too. I think that's everything. As always, it's been real, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Deuces.